Welcome to Men of Order. Tonight, I want to start with a problem that's way more common than people admit. Your days are busy, but you're not moving forward. You're busy from morning to night, but when you look up, you realize that you're not moving forward. You're just keeping everything from falling apart. You get to the end of the day and think, I did a lot, but I didn't move anything. If that's you, type busy in the chat. Guys, here's my promise for you tonight. You're going to leave with a simple system that moves your life forward every day, even if your schedule is packed. Because I'm telling you right now, you don't need more time. You need your time to start producing results. Let me show you who tonight's broadcast is for. I want to be very clear on who I'm talking to. This is for men who have a lot of pressure on their shoulders. You've got work pressure, home pressure, money pressure. You have people who are counting on you, and you can't just opt out. You can't quit, guys. This is for providers, men with jobs, families, responsibilities, who are tired of living in catch up mode. You want your days to actually go somewhere. You feel like you got the weight of the world on your shoulders, and it's hard to manage everything. So, if you're the type of man who wants to complain but will never change, tonight's broadcast isn't for you. But if you're ready to get your life under control so that you can finally make progress, you're in the right place. Now, tonight, I'm going to bring men on camera and help them set up a simple way to run their week so they start making real progress. And I'm going to do that for free. So I'm going to put the link in the comments for you to join right now. I'll bring you in just a bit, but feel free to click the link and get yourself situated because I want to see how I can help you stop being busy and start being productive. This is for you to move forward. So, guys, let's begin. First, let's talk about what you're going to get in tonight's session. What are you going to walk away with? Why are you watching this? By the end of tonight, you're going to leave with a simple system that moves your life forward every single day, even if your schedule is packed. Now, I know some days might be busier than others, but if you watch this session all the way through from start to finish, this will guarantee that you have a simple system to move your life forward, not stay stuck in the same place. You're going to get a system that moves your life forward, even if your schedule is busy and jam packed. If you do what I'm about to show you, you're going to feel the difference this week. Are y'all ready for that? Let me know in the chat if you want this system. Type system in the comments. And thank you for supporting the work. Thank you, Sir Yasharala. Thank you for Brother Frederick. I see y'all tapped in. I want us to get into this work, guys. Let's apply order to our lives. Now I want us to look at the root cause. Let's talk about the root of the problem, guys. Why is it that your days are so busy, but you're not going anywhere? Why do you feel stuck even though you have a jam-packed day? Let's talk about the root of the problem. The reason your day is packed, but you're not moving forward, usually comes down to three things. Number one, no outcome is driving the day. Yeah, you're doing tasks, but you're not pursuing targets. Here's what you're doing. You're checking your emails. You're answering phone calls. You're running errands. You're doing all of these little requests all day. And whenever you do that, you're majoring in minor things. No wonder you're so busy, but it doesn't feel like anything is productive. You're focusing on doing all the small. You say, hey, if I just clear these little things off my list, then I'll finally get ahead. But what happens whenever you do that? Well, you burn out your best energy on small stuff. You major in minor things. And then your real goals gets placed to the back burner. See, guys, we always think that we can do it all. We always overestimate how much we can get done in one day. So you think that as long as you front load your day doing the small things, eventually that's going to open up enough time for you to have a wide open day where you can get all of the big things done. Man, there's so many things that you're not accounting for. There's so much that you don't see that's about to happen in your day. This is the reason why so many people stay busy being busy. If nothing changes, your next week is going to look the same. You're going to go through the same stress. You're going to have the same pile of work, and all of your tasks will start piling up. You're going to go through the same I'm behind feeling. This is the reason why we have to make a change. As men of order, we have to understand how men who are ordered solve their time. How do they solve problems when it comes to their time management? Guys, I'm going to tell you this. If you cannot get your time right, everything else falls apart. You cannot get your money right if you're not good with your time. You cannot get your family or anything else right if you don't know how to manage your time. And so the second root problem that we have is that you have no protected time to focus. You have no progress block. Guys, you're spending all day in meetings, errands, responding to messages, but there's no sacred window of time where your progress is guaranteed. So then progress only happens if there's time. But guess what? There's never enough time. There's never enough hours in the day. So what happens is your day gets taken over meeting other people's needs. You keep telling yourself, man, I'll do it tonight. I'm busy. But then once tonight comes, you're already tired and the big things never happens. Now that idea that you had, it gets postponed. And then after months of going through the same cycle, you stop trusting yourself. You stop believing that you're going to make good on your word. You told yourself you would start that business, but you never did. You told yourself you would work on that project. And for some reason, it never happened. Why? Because there's no time to focus. You don't have anything in your day dedicated to your most important outcomes. Let's look at the third root cause issue: constant context switching. What do I mean when I say constant context switching? You keep bouncing between a million things, so nothing big gets finished. Again, majoring in minor things. You start one thing, and then a text message comes in. You're responding to it. Then an email pops up in your inbox. Then, before you know it, you're responding to a phone call. you spend your entire day putting out all of these little fires. And what you're thinking is, man, this is urgent. I got to handle this right now. I got to respond to this text right now. I got to answer this call right now. And that comes at the expense of your success. It comes at the expense of the most important things that you need to do. Why? Because you're so busy switching, you never give yourself time to lock in. Your brain cannot focus on anything of substance because you're all over the place. No wonder big work never gets finished. And if nothing changes, you'll stay busy forever. Busy being busy. You'll stay constantly overwhelmed and nothing major will ever get done. Let me know if you can relate to what I'm saying right now in the comments section. Let me know if you've ever gone through a day where you feel like a chicken running around with your head cut off, but by the time that day is done, you ask yourself, what did I actually accomplish? You're staying active all day, but you never get motion. You never get any traction on the most important things because nothing is driving your day. Nothing is protected. So as a result, your focus keeps getting broken. And here's something that I want you to remember, guys. A packed day with no priorities is just a day that you survived. There's no way you can thrive living like this. A packed day with no priorities is just a survival day. And surviving like that every day is how good men wake up one day and realize that an entire year has passed, and yet they're in the exact same spot. Same issues, same problems. Life looks the exact same. Why? Because you allowed yourself to get caught up in the rat race. Guys, no one taught us this in school. No one taught us how to get control of our day. And I got a question for you guys. Which of these three root causes apply to you? Let me know. Is it number one, you have no outcome that's driving the day? You're all over the place. Number two, no time to focus. You don't have any focus blocks of time. Number three, you're constantly switching context. You're constantly going from one thing to the next. Just drop 1, 2, or 3 in the chat. Or if it's all three, let me know all three. Whichever one it is, please let me know. Okay. Now, I want us to talk about D in the order method, guys. I want us to talk about doctrine. Doctrine means this is the law of order that you need to know. This is the guiding principle for your success. A disciplined leader doesn't hope for time, he commands time. A man who commands time decides ahead of time what gets his best hour. He doesn't wait to feel ready. He puts it on the calendar, and that protects him. A disordered man hopes, I'll find time in the day. I'll wait for the right moment to pop up. And then the day takes him. An ordered man decides, this is my progress time, and the day has to work around that. Guys, I need us to understand this law of order. A disciplined leader doesn't hope for time, he commands time. This is how you get a hold of your day. What is the benefit of you applying this law of order to your life? You stop spending the day feeling disappointed in yourself. You stop getting to the end of a day saying, man, I feel so worthless. I feel like today is a loss. I worked myself into the ground all for nothing. I'm killing myself with nothing to show for it. Guys, when you apply these principles, it will change your life. When you apply this one principle that I just went over, you start stacking wins. And it may start small, but they're real wins. Here's the second law of order you need to know. Busy is not productive. Busy is what happens when priorities are unclear. Guys, I want you to know something. There's a difference between being busy and being productive. Busy just means you moved a lot. Yeah, you did a lot, but you really didn't accomplish anything. Busy is all about you being busy at work. Productive means something important is getting done. When priorities are unclear in your life, that's when you say yes to everything. You think that you can do it all. You say yes to too much. And when you say yes to everything, having no prioritized system, that's when you treat everything like it matters the same. You put everything on the same scale. So you know what happens? Your day fills up with all of these right now things. This has to happen right now. Meanwhile, the most important things never get touched. So tonight, we're not chasing motivation. This is not feel good. Tonight, we're applying a system to your day that forces progress. We're going to apply a system to your life right now that makes sure that if nothing else gets done for the day, your most important things get done, that we work on it. Now is time for us to execute. This is the system that we're going to talk about in tonight's session, the busy day progress system. If you run this system, your life will move forward even on busy days. Best believe it. Step number 1, choose your top 3 outcomes for the day. Not tasks, outcomes. See, a task is something you do. An outcome is what you get when you're done. So a task sounds like send emails. An outcome sounds like the proposal is finished and sent. Tasks keep you busy all day with nothing to show for it. Outcomes force a finish line so that your day actually moves forward. Here are some examples, guys. Outcomes: finish and send the business proposal. Have the money meeting with my wife. Exercise for 30 minutes. These are very specific outcomes. When you pick 3 outcomes, you stop letting the day pick for you. You end your day saying, I move my life forward, not I answered stuff. So I want you to write yours right now. What are your top 3 outcomes for tomorrow? I want you to type one of those outcomes in the chat. Remember, this is about progress. In order for you to make progress, you need to take action right now. I want you to type in the chat what one of your top 3 outcomes is for tomorrow. Because when we plug in this system that I'm walking you through, it's all about you being prepared for tomorrow so that when tomorrow comes, you can hit the ground running. You're going to put it in the comments and you're going to thank me later. Because step 2 of this busy day progress system is for you to create a 60 to 90 minute progress block. This is non negotiable, guys. This is a must for your day. If you want your life to move forward, this must be added to your day. Shout out to those of you that have put what your one step is going to be. I'm seeing Sir Yasharala saying, have to send out dispute letters for credit. Excellent. Hannah says, contact a potential business partner. Sis Shemaya says, complete 3 edits. Look at that, guys. You're already getting a handle on the most important parts of your day. And the day hasn't even started yet. Now you're winning. You've already racked up a win. Now that we know our top 3 outcomes, now we can create a 60 to 90 minute progress block. A progress block is one protected chunk of time where you only work on at least one of the top 3 outcomes that you've already identified. I want y'all to see what's happening. We've outlined our top 3 outcomes, and now we're creating a chunk of time where you're going to work on that only. We're not going to be doing errands during this time. We're not going to be helping somebody out real quick. This is a dedicated time for us to move our life forward. Guys, nothing can get in the way of this. Straight up. There's no, oh, let me just help you check on this. Oh, let me just check this email. Nope, not during this time. During this 60 to 90 minute progress block, this is for what matters most. And guys, you might be asking, well, why 60 to 90 minutes, Uzziah? Why can't it be 30 minutes? 60 minutes is enough time for you to get some real traction going. How many times have you wanted to work on something, but you didn't feel like you were in the zone until 45 minutes in? 60 minutes is enough time for you to really get the creative juices flowing. Listen, guys, it's going to take you a certain amount of time just to get focused and lock in. It's going to take you a certain amount of time just to put yourself in tunnel vision. Get rid of the distractions. Actually put your mind to your work. It takes time for the human brain to engage in deep work, not surface level work that you could do while the music is playing. I'm talking about work that requires 100% of your brain power. When you give yourself at least 60 minutes time, you give yourself enough time to build momentum. But if you can do 90 minutes, 90 minutes is enough time for you to finish something meaningful. Anything less than that, guys, you're really spending the entire time just warming up. You really haven't gotten started. You haven't gotten the juices flowing. If it's any less than that, you're still not getting into your full stride. Inside that block of time, you're going to pick at least one outcome from your top 3 and push that outcome forward until you can see real progress. Now, here's what we're going to do. We're going to name our progress block. We're going to name our chunk of time. You could name it something like this: progress, proposal; progress, money talk. Whatever is the outcome that you want from this time block, write it in this time. Write it on this time block. That's going to be the name of your protected time. And then, guys, I want you to put it on your calendar. I recommend using Google Calendar. I like Google Calendar because it's always with you. I know some of y'all are old school. You like everything written down, and that's fine. But for a very busy man, a man that's always on the move, I recommend Google Calendar. I personally use Google Calendar. Why? Because it's on your phone, it's on your computer. You can set alerts so that way you don't forget whenever you have a progress block coming up. Sometimes life might get busy and you might forget the fact that you have a focus window of time coming up. Google Calendar allows you to stay on top of your day. And if your day changes for any reason and you have to move your protected time block, you could easily move your time block on Google Calendar in 10 seconds. Easy drag and drop. Guys, the main point is this: you got to have a calendar that you can actually look at every day. When it's on your calendar, it becomes a real appointment and it stops living in your head. See, guys, it's harder when you're using a calendar to accidentally give your progress away. See, if you're just going through life, just kind of floating on by, you're going to easily miss your time block. One thing's going to happen, and before you know it, you're going to forget that you even had a time block for the day. Put it on your calendar and set it in stone. Look at what Sis Shemaiah says. That prep time is so crucial and can't be underestimated in that block. Wow, thank you for sharing. Sis Adea says, I'll use my reminder app on my iPhone too. Guys, I'm telling you, you got to go digital. I recommend Google Calendar so that way it stays with you wherever you go. Now, when it comes to you adding in this protected time block, let's talk about the best time of the day for you to do it. The best time frame for you to have a progress block during the day is the morning. I know some of y'all are not morning people, but morning is best because this is when your brain is fresh and nobody has stolen your day. Some of my most important projects I love to work on when everyone else is asleep. I don't have any meetings scheduled. No one is calling me. It's just me and my most important things. Morning is best for that reason alone. You still have all of your willpower and you have the rest of the day in front of you. Now, if you can't do mornings, lunch is second. That middle of the day will break your day in half and keep you from waiting until the night. If you can't get it done in the morning, try to get it done as early in the afternoon as possible. Evenings is last resort. It's last resort because your willpower is lowest at night. That's the reason why most people make their worst decisions at night. Your brain is completely tired. You've already checked out when it comes to discipline. You don't have the same willpower to get through your day. Not only that, life is a lot louder at night. If you live with people, they're probably making noise. They probably got the TV going. You got kids running around through the house. It's hard to focus. So I always recommend that you use a morning time block for you to get your most important things done. If you can't get it done in the morning, let's try for the early afternoon. And if you can't make that happen, then we do evenings as the last resort. But here's the rule: when you're in your protected progress block, no phone, no email, no social media, no random tasks. You need to completely focus on your top outcomes. You've got to lock in. Guys, whenever I'm operating in my time block, my phone is either on silent or it's in the other room. You've got to block out all distractions. You've got to guard this time with your life, because this is how your dream gets fulfilled. This is the most important time in your day, and really, guys, in your life. This time right now is going to define the success of your life, regardless of what you want to work on during this time. Let's talk about step 3, guys. Step 3 is using the to-list rule. What is the to-list rule? You've got to have 2 lists for all of your tasks. Why? Because most men confuse progress and maintenance. So they put it all on one page. And then what ends up happening? They end up prioritizing all of their maintenance tasks, and progress never happens. I want us to break this down. I want you guys to have 2 lists, list A and list B. List A is for all the stuff that moves your life forward. I'm talking about progress. I'm talking about the top 3 outcomes only. On this list, these are your top 3 outcomes only, nothing else. List B is the stuff that keeps your life from falling apart. This is maintenance. Every now and then, you do have to respond to an email. You do have to return a phone call. Some of you do need to wash the dishes at the house. You might have a quick fix here or there that you have to address. All of that is maintenance that keeps your life maintained. This is very critical. Maintenance tasks are necessary, but it doesn't move your life forward. And the reason why so many people work extremely hard with nothing to show for it is because they never understood the difference between progress tasks and maintenance tasks. Progress tasks is anything that will push your life forward and take you to the next level. A maintenance task is something you do that keeps your life exactly where it's at. If you're going to be successful, you got to have both. And for me personally, I like to place as much time as I can on progress tasks while delegating maintenance. You may not be in the best position right now to hire an assistant or build up a team and hire a staff. But guys, keep applying the principle. Keep doubling down on what I'm sharing with you, because over time, you will improve. Over time, the system will open up more opportunities. When I first got started on this, I didn't have a personal assistant, but now I do. I have personal assistants. I have a house manager. I have virtual assistants that can help to take a lot of my maintenance off my plate so I could focus on my most important things. Guys, if I didn't have that, there's no way that I could do videos on this channel multiple times a week, as well as lead a church. You got to have a list for progress and you got to have a list for maintenance. Do not mix the two together. Here's the line that I need you to live by. Maintenance is allowed after Progress. I'm going to say that again. Maintenance is allowed after progress. Do you see why we now have two lists? So that way you don't spend any time focusing on what's secondary first. By you having one dedicated list for your highest outcomes, we're focused on that only. We're not even checking for that other stuff. That's what's holding us back. We'll get to that after we focused on our progress. So you have a dedicated period of time where you're spending 60 to 90 minutes focused on your most important things. You're getting that done. Your life is moving forward. And then after you've done that to feel accomplished, now you have time to focus on other things. Now you can look at list B, your maintenance. See, when it comes to your maintenance, you got to do it after you've focused on your progress. Or depending on your schedule, you already have a dedicated maintenance window built in. So, guys, some of you might watch this video and say, you know what? I want to set my day up in such a way where I have one block of time for my progress and another block of time for my maintenance. Hey, more power to you. The reason why that's really wise to do is because maintenance can run away with you if you're not careful. If you just keep a wide open slot in your day and you don't have a clear start time and end time to work on maintenance, you'll spend the entire day. Focus on doing busy work. Do your progress block and then handle the upkeep. Because if you do the upkeep first before the progress task, it can eat your entire day. I just want you to think about that. If you try to start a day where I'm just doing the maintenance stuff first, it's easy. I could get it done. Before you know it, it's hijack your entire day. Guys, I have so many stories of times where I wanted to get into a day and I wanted to work on a big project. I wanted to get things done for the church. I wanted to get things done for the business. I wanted to do things that I knew would change the game for my life and so many other people. But do you know what I was doing? Taking mail to the post office, taking clothes to the cleaners, responding to phone calls that I easily could have had one of my assistants do for me, but you know how it go. A lot of us, we have to get past being a control freak. We want to do everything ourselves. And so for every small thing that I thought would only take a few minutes, some of those things ended up lasting me hours. And then I was so drained from the little things that turned into bigger things, I didn't have that same full tank that I needed to work on my progress. Some of the things, guys, that you go after in life is going to require a full tank. You're not going to be able to go on fumes starting things that are really important. This is how you order your day. Now that we got that out the way, I want to tell you about the stop doing filter. Let me give a shout out to my brother. I just met this brother. I'm looking forward to connecting with you, man. Keep it up. He says, big brother, from a beast to you. Keep teaching our people about these issues. Great work, black man. Salute to you. Salute to you, man. Y'all make sure that y'all check out his channel. A lot of great content. Okay. I just met this brother through my brother from another mother, Freezy. And we're going to keep this thing going, man. If you haven't yet done so, make sure that you smash that like button, support the work. You don't need more time. You need order. Let's talk about the stop doing filter. Okay. Stop doing filter. This is step 4 as a part of the busy day progress system. Okay. When we look at this stop doing filter, this is where you find the one thing that you do that steals your time every single day. This is what makes you feel busy during your day, but nothing actually gets better. And if you don't stop doing this, you won't even have any room for progress, no matter how motivated you are. Guys, I want you to ask yourself, what am I doing every day that makes me feel busy but produces no forward progress? Maybe for you, it's endless texting. Maybe you're scrolling through your phone. Maybe you're doing favors for other people at random. Maybe it's something else. Whatever it is for you, I want you to pick one thing and stop doing it this week. This is where you need boundaries, because I promise you, in order to change your life, you're going to need to make room for your progress. In order to say yes to the right thing, you have to say no to the wrong thing. And you're going to need to say no to a lot more than you say yes to if you're going to become a master in your area. Guys, everybody wants to win in business, but you're not going to win in business if you got a bunch of distractions in front of you. Everybody got this idea on how to make this work on social media. Everybody is getting a part of the next trend. What's going to separate you from everybody else? The fact that you're not trying to pursue your dream, held down by the ball and chain of your distractions in life. When everybody else is checking social media, you have a focused time block to focus on the most important things. So when we have this stop doing filter, we've already decided the most important things that we need to do. Now we're just auditing what things you shouldn't do that's going to get in the way of the things that you should do. You got to be honest with yourself. What can stop you from accomplishing your life's calling? What can sabotage your greatness? Write those things down. And I just want you to circle one of those things for right now. And I want you to commit to stop doing those things for the next 7 days. And let's see if your life makes progress. Guys, let's get into step 5 of the busy day progress system, the night setup. The night setup is a 5-minute reset. So tomorrow starts clean. This is where you're telling your future self, I no longer wake up confused. Guys, have you ever gone through a day where when you started the morning, you didn't know what you were going to do with the day? Leave me a comment. If you've ever started a day where you wanted to be successful, but you didn't know the first thing you needed to do in order to achieve success, type me in the comments. I want to change your life by you starting the day already knowing how to get on the right track. We don't have time to stress out about what to do in a day, guys. The most successful people, as soon as they wake up, they hit the ground running. They already know what they're going to wear, what they're going to eat, where they need to be. If you don't know any of those things, how are you going to be competitive, guys? How are you going to run with the horsemen? Every night, using this night setup, you're going to review tomorrow's calendar. You're going to confirm your top 3 outcomes that we talked about earlier. You're going to identify your progress block time. That's already going to be mapped out before the day begins. That's going to give you an edge. While everybody else is trying to figure out their life, you already got it on lock. I want you, during your night setup, remember, guys, this only takes 5 minutes. This is nothing deep. During these 5 minutes, I want you to prepare one thing in preparation for your progress block tomorrow. So that way, it makes it easier for you to get that progress block done. Can I give you an example? Let's say that one of your top 3 outcomes involves writing. If your progress block tomorrow involves writing, tonight I want you to open a document and have it ready. So that way, when tomorrow comes, you already got it pulled up on the screen. If one of your top 3 outcomes for tomorrow is to work out so you can get in shape, I want you to set your workout clothes out, have it ready tonight. So that way it's that much easier for you to exercise. If you know you need to make a very important phone call tomorrow, and that's one of your top 3 outcomes, I want you to prepare by having your points for that call ready tonight. So that way, whenever you make the call tomorrow, you're already getting to it. You're not rambling. You're not faking and shaking. This is what's going to set you apart, guys. Listen to me. When you do this night setup and you follow this system that I've just outlined for you on this video, all for free, this is where discipline becomes automatic because you're not making big decisions anymore in the morning. You're not making all of your big decisions anymore in the moment. When the moment comes, you're ready. While everybody else is trying to get ready, you're already ready. You're already locked in. It's so much easier for you to move forward that way. Why? Because you've already made your decisions last night and you slept on it, guys. After you slept on it, it makes you that more confident. The very next day, okay, I know what I'm doing. There's no guesswork. Let's go. That's how you waste less time. So you start faster and you miss fewer days. That's how you catch up. But guys, I got something even more for you. As a part of the order method, we also report. Now, this is the time where we hold ourselves accountable. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up the floor right now. We're going to call it the hot seat, guys. This is whenever I bring a man on and apply everything that I shared with you into his real schedule, all for free. So if you're ready to make progress, I'm going to put the link in the comments right now. I'm going to give you the opportunity to get on camera where I will speak with you one-on-one and we will set up this system for you right now on this call. I'm putting a link on the comments and it's on the screen. All right, now, so if you're coming, make sure that you got YouTube off in the background so there's no echo. Make sure that you're in a quiet place so that way we can have a very clear conversation. We getting to work, y'all. I got Sir Yashala in the house. Good to see you, sir.
Shalom, Chief Elder. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Loud and clear. How are you?
All right, all right.
All
Sorry,
right.
I missed that night shift I had to do. You
Oh,
know.
man, you were missed, but happy to have you back on, sir. Always a pleasure. All right. So if you wouldn't mind, please let the people know your name and where you're calling from.
Yasharala. I'm from Savannah, Georgia. That's where I'm at right now.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so let's talk about what does not moving forward look like for you right now? In what ways do you feel like you're busy but not productive?
As my job, you know what I'm saying? I'm busy that way, because our time is limited. I can't do what I want to do. I'm 10, 11 hours in this truck. But like you said before, I start like you said, start doing my calendar, which I never done. I'm a certain age, I never done that at all whatsoever. You know what I mean? And 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 start writing things down, taking my notes instead of having five, six, seven books where I can't find them. I can just go one place 'cause it's on my phone, on my computer. I can just go and it's right there, and it's become a lot easier. But still, I know that I can get distracted. I do know that
Okay, distracted with what?
because people ask you questions. Truck drivers, you get my way. You know what I mean. The phone calls that stop. I did that. You know what I mean. And the job was doing the same thing, but like you said, I had to inform them. Hey, listen. After hours, don't call me. If you do call, send me an email or send me a text. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
Because
sir.
this is my time. Because once I leave the facilities, I have my assignment already. I don't need you calling me. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. So it sounds like not moving forward for you looks like the times where you are working, you
Right.
got to drive. So you got to do what you got to do to make ends meet. And then on top of that, anytime that you're distracted, if drivers are reaching out, if you find yourself in conversation and you kind of get pulled in another direction, am I tracking that?
Correct.
Okay. So what I want to know is this, sir. What are your top three outcomes for tomorrow?
Well, I know my top three is I have to get my truck serviced. That has to get done.
Okay.
You know what I mean? But that's not my priority. My priority is my dispute letters. That has to go out. You know what I
Okay.
mean? So, and I put in my calendar. You're talking. I was doing it at the same time, putting my calendar. You know what I
Yes,
mean?
sir.
And taking
Hmm.
my notes. Because once my truck is down, I put notation in that while I was at the shop for 2 or 3 hours, I can be taking my dispute letters, doing that, and send them up and certify.
Okay. Very good. Now, one thing that I got a question about for you is about getting that truck serviced. Now, from the way that it sounded, it's something that you know that you need to do,
Right.
but is that a part of something that's actually going to push your life forward?
It maintains me from working. If I don't get it done, I'll that will put me in bigger jeopardy for extra money going out if it does go wrong. You know what I mean?
Correct. Now, this is something very important, and I want you guys to see the system at work. What Surya Sharala just mentioned was a maintenance task. He's literally going to get his truck maintained. But because it's something that he knows he needs to do, he's applying urgency as though it is a task that would push his life forward. And this is the reason why we got to have that two list set up at play. I'm going to bring this back. Remember the two list rule? One
Right.
list is, hey, these are the three outcomes that's going to push my life forward. And then there's the other list of things that are simply maintenance. So, in other words, sir, what I'm trying to get at here is getting the truck service is very important. And we're going to do that tomorrow, Lord willing.
Right.
But we need to be very clear about what are the tasks that is taking me to the next level versus what are the tasks that I got to do them so that way I can maintain what I already have, right? If all you did was get the truck serviced,
Mhm.
you would stay where you are right now, and you and I both know 12 months from now you want to be in
Right.
a totally different place. You get me?
Correct.
And so again, this brings me back to the question about what are your top three outcomes for tomorrow. This is what I want you to do if possible, sir.
Mhm.
I want you to identify three outcomes that can push life forward for you. Okay, cool, we got the dispute letter down. Got that? Because you and I both know, if you're sending in a dispute letter and it's for your credit, for example, that's definitely something that can improve, things when it comes to your finances, what you qualify for, etc. But let's get a clear list of top 3 outcomes that can move life forward. And what we'll do is this: is there a specific time that you have to get your truck serviced tomorrow?
But I have made an appointment for 7 in the morning, so I got early.
Okay, 7 in the morning, got it early. All right, so that's already there. Now, that can't change right now, can it?
No,
Okay, so what
there's a
we're going to
storm, but a storm. This
I
Savannah,
got you.
Georgia. So
I got you. So what we'll do is we're going to get the truck service tomorrow morning, but moving forward, sir, if possible, let's make all of the progress tasks in the morning and all of the maintenance tasks in the afternoon. I wouldn't want you to run into a situation where you're doing a maintenance task at the top of the morning, something happens, and then that throws off time, money, or energy from whatever we need to get going after that related to progress. What I want us to do is, I want us to start the day off with progress. And so let's just continue to plug in the system that you and
right.
I have already been working on, which is reviewing your calendar, striving to put a chunk of time in the morning for progress, not maintenance. Let's get something critical checked off, at least one thing, and then from there, we get into the maintenance task. Does that sound good?
Yes, yes, sir.
Okay, sir. All right. So before I let you go, we talked about how we're going to adjust maintenance going forward, but I also want you to identify what you're going to stop doing this week to make time for this. I want you to identify, what's one of the things that might be getting in the way for me having a more productive day. If the top of the morning was revolving around progress, that could really give us a better overall day. We feel like we really on top of the world. And so for the next 7 days, what I really would want, sir, is to identify those top 3 outcomes for each day, and then putting together your time blocks as early in the day as possible. And also, sir, please don't forget about that night setup that we talked about. That night setup is you just mapping out what tomorrow is going to look like tonight so we can ensure that your day is as productive as possible. Does this sound good?
Yes, sir.
All right, sir. I hope you got some value from this call.
Yes, sir.
All right,
Thanks, sir.
now. Yes, sir. All right. So, men, did you see what happened there? We talked about how we can reorder our day so that way we get the most important things done first. All right, I'm gonna bring in a brother for the very first time. Man, I'm telling you, you spoke to me, bro. I was watching your videos a little bit earlier, King, and you were speaking about how us as black men got to get ourselves together. You were speaking about how our job is very important, how we have to endure some of the challenges that comes with life, because ain't nobody coming to save us. I want to give a shout out to you. If you could, sir, please let the people know your name and where you're calling from.
Shout out to you, Black man. Thank you very much, and it's a pleasure. You know what I'm saying? I can't thank you enough. You know what I mean, for appreciating my content, because I'm very passionate about these things. My name is Awesome, and I'm calling from Atlanta, Georgia.
Awesome, from Atlanta, Georgia.
Yes,
Shout
sir.
out to you, brother. Hey, man, it's such a pleasure to have your acquaintance, man. And I pray that we're able to connect, even more going from here. Love your content, man. It was just great and refreshing, to see another brother that's pushing forward and really putting that message out there to really try to build us up, man. Thank you for that.
Looking forward to it.
Yes, sir.
The masculinity of Black men is in the toilet, in my opinion. So I'm here to do my best in order to resurrect it and That I shall. Your content really spoke to me this evening, so I had to call in and get some advice, brother. Much needed.
Yes, sir. Hey, that's what I'm here for, brother. That's the reason why I created Men of Order. I'm on the same mission as you, trying to get us men together. So let's talk about this.
Okay.
What does not moving forward look like for you right now? What are some of the ways in which you find yourself, feeling busy and you're meeting a lot of demands and responsibility, but when you look at the end of the day, you say, "Man, I know I'm doing a lot, but I don't feel like things are moving forward for me in this way." Talk to me about that.
Perfect, perfect segue. I've had my daughter ever since she was born, and her mother crashed out on dope when she was an infant, and
Mm.
she's 19 months now. We were homeless, and now we have a place, and I spend all of my time, beloved, pouring into her, keeping her safe, keeping her clean, keeping her um, baths, brushing her teeth, and she's just now, like I said, she's just now 19 months. I love my daughter immensely. I don't pour into myself anymore. I I I'm not giving enough over to me, and so my time is very. I'm not managing my time properly. We're going through potty training right now. She was in daycare, but she got hurt at the daycare, so that stopped me from working. And so we don't have any family here, and there's no one else to call. There's no one to bail me out. There's no one to help. And so I go to my creator often, and I often ask him to give me the strength to endure. That's one of my that's one of my superpowers, is my ability to absorb discomfort. The problem is I know that I'm human, and I don't believe that I'm maximizing my time as well as I absolutely should be. And it's not her fault. I don't blame my daughter at all. It is me. It's always a man's fault. So that's kind of where I am, in a nutshell.
Wow. Thank you so much for sharing that, my brother.
It's-
And hey, let's all celebrate this man. We need more men like Brother Awesome that's on right now, holding it down for his daughter and being one hell of a father.
Man,
There's
thank you.
not enough fathers that are stepping up to the plate, especially fathers that look like us. So kudos to you off the rip, my brother. Thank you for setting the
Congrats.
example. Now, I love what you talked about here, Awesome, because I always tell brothers and sisters a lot of times we pray for strength and we also need order. You strike me as a very strong man. For you to do the things that you do day to day and to hold it down, you got some strength behind you. Now is okay, how do we apply order to the day so that way we can uphold our responsibilities to our daughters and to ourselves? Because just like I know, if you neglect yourself for too long, in turn you neglect your daughter. You've got to you cannot pour from an empty cup. And so what I'm thinking right now is that we really need to work on that night setup.
Yes.
We really got to make sure that before the day begins, especially with there being very key times where your daughter may be asleep, we really got to go hard during those times to make sure that we are setting ourselves up to navigate the day effectively. So that way, when your daughter is up, you can give her the attention that she deserves, but you already have a course of action that's aligned for your day. It's all able to operate in harmony. So I want us to talk about this a little bit. Tomorrow, do you know what your top 3 outcomes are? I'm losing you a little bit. Your screen blacked out. I'm still with you. If you can hear me, your screen blacked out, and I'm gonna bring you right back in whenever you're ready. Okay. This is very, very important. And this is real life, guys. And see, the thing that's so important about this is When you get this system down that I went over tonight, you can plug this into any area of your life. Like when you plug in this 5-step system that I showed with you guys tonight, you can plug this into parenting. You can plug this into work. You can plug this into so many different facets. But what's important is that you get the system right. You get the system right. You understand the steps. And then once you have the steps down properly, you can go and execute as needed. Now, um, I see that the brother, he got off. He might have lost his internet connection. Hopefully, we bring him back in because we really need to show him mad support. While we're waiting on that, guys, continue to share this message. Continue to smash that like button. Continue to support the work. Let's continue to build. All right. In the meantime, I'm gonna bring in Brother Frederick. Brother Frederick, good to see you, man.
Shalom, sir. Good to see you too.
Yes, sir. All right, so let's talk about it. Have you gotten some good value from today's session thus far?
Oh yeah, definitely, definitely.
Awesome, awesome. I'm glad you're able to make it. So, if you could please let the people know your name and where you're calling from.
Brother Frederick, calling from Florida.
Very good. Shout out to Florida. Florida in the house. Now, where does not moving forward? What does that look like for you right now in your life, where you're doing a lot, but it doesn't feel like progress is being made?
Yes, yes, sir. I think mine is being too, like you saying, being too busy. You know what I'm saying? Adding too much on my list, or adding too much of everything on my list.
Okay, so when we say being too busy doing what? You said you got a lot on your list.
Right.
What all do you have on your list?
Well, I'm getting better at it for sure right now. As the business wise, as work wise, I would pick up almost any or every customers. You know what I'm saying? So there's customers there'll be customers on the list that's just sucking up times and not valuable customers, pretty much. And as far as, and I'll be mixing work task and home task on the same list.
Got it. Okay. Work tasks, home tasks, same list. Now, let me ask you, for a lot of the things that you have on your list that you feel are not moving you forward, how much of those tasks are business related and how much of those tasks are non-business related?
I said majority of it is business related.
Okay, so you're saying that the majority of the things that are not moving you forward are business tasks that are keeping you stuck in the same place?
Well, yeah, I would say that because majority of no the time I'm at work. You know what I mean?
Okay. Now, when I hear that, Brother Frederick, here's what I'm hearing. I'm spending too much time working in my business and not enough time working on my business. If you're able to work on your business, you're dedicating time to things that can move your business forward. You want to make sure that you're spending enough time to move yourself forward. And I'm saying that interchangeably because I'm of the mind that if you spent more time working on the business and the business can move forward rather than staying stuck, that would move your life forward because it would bless you financially. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And so here's what we need to do. We need to now put a list of what are all of the business tasks that are business maintenance tasks, and what are the business tasks that are progress tasks. So, from what I heard you say, sometimes you end up kind of getting time lost servicing the wrong customer.
Right.
And that eats into your time on maybe improving your marketing or finding the right customer. So here's what we got to do. We've got to set up time blocks that are strictly dedicated to business progress. If you don't do this, Brother Frederick, you're going to burn yourself out on business tasks that are not moving you forward. It'll be very easy for you to fall into this trap because you feel like you got to do what you got to do to put food on the table. But the problem is, if you never focus on the progress tasks, you're never going to provide more. You're never going to be in a position for the business to actually serve you rather than you serve it. Ultimately, we want the business to grow and prosper so that way you could work less and make more. So let's identify what those things are that are going to press your business forward. Now, based upon everything that we've discussed thus far, I have a few things in mind. Well, one task that can move your business forward is you identifying the right customer,
Right.
you developing clarity on that. The next thing is about you developing a marketing strategy for you to promote your business to the right customer. Those two things alone, that's going to take a little bit of time. And that's the reason why we need that protected time block to work through that. Some things that I think you also should work on is putting time boundaries around how much goes towards your business maintenance task and how much time goes towards your progress task. Because from the sound of things, if you don't divide the two, you'll spend all of your time focusing on the business maintenance and you'll never be able to move forward. Because if you spend enough time on the business maintenance, well, you still have a family, you still have church, you still have so many other responsibilities, and it will kind of keep you feeling like you're stuck in the same place. Okay. So let's make that division very clear when it comes to your business. But for right now, let me ask you, what are your top 3 outcomes for tomorrow?
Top 3 outcome. My first one is to give two new quotes to 2 customers, and to start my prepping part of a project.
Okay. Very good. Now, I heard those 2 things. If we could get a third thing in there, that'd be great. And this is the reason why that night ritual is so important. Remember that night focus. And guys, for those of y'all that are watching this right now, like, never think that you're watching somebody else and this doesn't apply to you. It actually reveals many of the same challenges that you're going through, because if you've noticed, when I've spoken with these guys tonight, there was a bit of uncertainty on what are the top 3 outcomes for tomorrow. And so, one of the most important things that we can all get down tonight is what our 3 things are going to be. So that way, when you start your day off tomorrow, you already know what it is that you need to do. Okay. So let's get that top 3 down tonight and try to put a preparatory step for tomorrow. What I mean is, whatever is your top 3, try to start on it a little bit tonight just to set the stage for it. A prep task, have the clothes ready, have your points down for when you meet with the customers. Whatever is a very easy step, just so that way it helps tomorrow run as smoothly as possible.
Yes, sir.
And now, again, when it comes to your progress block, where can we put that progress block, Brother Frederick? Can we put it in your morning? Do we put it in at lunch, or do we have to wait until the evening?
Yes, usually I do it in the morning and at night also.
Very good.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Very good. Okay. So let's make sure that we put, focus on that morning block. Let's make sure that we get the most out of it. I love that you have another block later in the day. And let's just make sure that we keep the maintenance task kind of at a distance from your progress task. And what I mean by that is when it comes to some of the maintenance tasks, I like to do a lot of my maintenance tasks during some of my lower energy windows throughout the day. We all
Mhm.
have different energy peak times. Some people, like my wife, Mrs. Israel, she's a morning person. So she could get up at the top of the morning and get ready to take over the world. For me, it kind of take me a while to get my jets going. And so one thing that can really help us be more productive is for us to identify when we have our highest energy periods
Mhm.
and dedicate our protected time during those times of the day. If
Yes.
you know that you find yourself to be very energetic and productive at 9 a.m., let's put a productivity time block at 9 a.m. But if you know, hey, you know what, I know I'm gonna be awake around, 3 o'clock, 2 p.m., but I don't see myself having maximum energy, put a maintenance window right there. So that way we have our best energy for our most important work. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Also, what are you going to stop doing this week, Brother Frederick, to make sure that you're able to get more progress accomplished with your day?
Stop. What I'm stop doing is stop adding on to my task list unimportant stuff and
Very good.
focus on the right customers.
There we go. There we go. It's right there. And you know the reason why I love what you said, Brother Frederick? It shows that it's not always about doing more.
Right.
Sometimes it's about doing less. Sometimes it's not always about what it is that you do. Sometimes it's about what you don't do. And here you've identified that the biggest way for you to make progress is for you to not add maintenance or filler tasks
Mhm.
to very important parts of your day. This goes back to what we were talking about before when we were talking about um, that stop doing filter and the to list rule.
Mhm.
These things go hand in hand. So, very good job, Brother Frederick. Let's make sure that we continue to keep our progress separated from our maintenance. Let's put the progress part of the day during the times of our highest energy. Let's prepare for tomorrow today. So that way, when tomorrow comes, we can hit the ground running. Sir, I really want you to focus on going through this system, picking
Yes,
your
sir.
top 3 outcomes for each day, making sure you have that progress block added to your calendar, and then during your night setup. And then, sir, what I want you to do, if you don't mind, is I want you to come back even on this video and leave a comment for this video letting us know how your progress blocks went, what you finished, and what changed in your stress level as a result of adding this level of productivity to your life. Can you
Yes,
do
sir.
that?
Yes, sir. Definitely.
Okay, I appreciate you, man. Thank you as always for your time.
Thank you. You too.
All right, now. All right, guys. So, did you see what we accomplished there? One very important distinction that Brother Frederick mentioned, and I love the fact that he mentioned it. He said, you know what? In order for me to move forward, I got to stop adding upkeep tasks to the things that matters most. You got to clear everything else out and lock in. Brother Awesome said, my phone died. My apologies. I'll catch you on the next live and we'll break it down. Absolutely, what we will, brother. And I'm looking forward to that, man. It was a pleasure to be able to speak with you tonight. So, guys, here is what I want you to do. For everyone who's watching, whether you're watching live or you watch this at a later time, for the next 7 days, I want you to pick your top 3 outcomes for each day. And then I want you to add a 60 to 90 minute progress block each day to your calendar. I want you to do your night setup for 5 minutes each day. Then I want you to come back and comment on this video specifically. I want you to let me know in the comments section of this video how your progress blocks went. What did you work on? Were you able to make progress? What were you able to finish? I want to know how much more you were able to move forward in your life as a result of applying the system that I gave you guys tonight for free, the Busy Day Progress System. Let me know how that has helped move your life forward. Remember, when you came here tonight, your issue was, I'm always busy, but it feels like my life is stuck in the exact same place. Now I've given you a step-by-step system to make sure that every day forces progress. I want you to apply this system to your life. Come back to me after you did it. Leave me a comment letting me know how it went for you and how it changed the stress of your life. And guys, if y'all don't take nothing else away from this session, I want you to always remember this. A disciplined leader is someone that people can count on. If you're always busy, but never advancing with your day, the very people who depend on you the most, they don't get the best out of you. They only get what's left. This week, you're going to lead your life first. Then you can lead everyone else. And how are you going to do that? By plugging in the system. The system is what adds order to our life. I'm seeing we got a new subscriber in the house. Shout out. Welcome. So happy to have you on. And I hope you got a lot of value from tonight's session. So guys, I want y'all to let me know something in the comments right now. What's the one area that you need to move forward in this week? What's the one area where your life has to move forward? You watched this because you understood that even though you're working very hard, it doesn't feel like things are making forward progress. What's one area that you're going to take what you've learned from this session and use it to push your life forward? Leave me a comment. Let me know. All right, man. Good session. The next session is going to be Sunday, February 22nd at 8 p.m. Central Time. Mark your calendar. We're going to keep adding order to your life. I want to give a big shout out to everyone that supported the work for tonight. Shout out to Sir Yasharala for the $10 super chat. Shout out to Brother Frederick for the $10 super chat. Shout out to Sister Zanaya. She says, thank you, Chief Elder, for your exceptional hard work, dedication, and professionalism. Your excellence in business is truly appreciated. All praises to the Most High. All praises. Thank you so much for the support and the love, my sister. It's sisters like yourself that give me the encouragement to keep putting this message out there. Men, our women are counting on us, okay? I see what you put there, Sister Adaya. You said block out social media. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Y'all continue to leave me a comment. And I want to give a big shout out to the sponsor of tonight's show, Brother Awesome. Thank you so much for the $20 super chat. It was a pleasure speaking with you, King. Listen, man, let's support each other. I'm going to be on your channel. You be on mine. Let's keep each other going in this thing. We're going to keep this thing funky, man. Mrs. Ariel says, I'm going to set my time to focus on the morning when I have the most energy. Good. And that's going to require you to make some adjustments now, isn't it? Guys, let's set ourselves up for success. No one is going to do this for us. I'm giving you the tools. I'm giving you the systems. Take it and run with it, guys. Make sure that you're subscribed to this channel and make sure you come back with proof of your progress on the next session. Until next time, walk in order, brothers. Peace.